I have a lot of competing thoughts on the attacks on Iran, as well as the ensuing reaction from our president and his team. On the one hand, I view Iran as the greatest threat to Middle East stability, and their ambitions for nuclear weaponry cannot be tolerated by the United States. Moreover, I believe previous administrations from both parties have been duped by Iran's pledges of being a good actor and have allowed Tehran to perpetuate this myth that they had the wherewithal to put fear into the hearts of Washington. The Trump team carried out a significant, well-planned, and coherent attack. But as we all know, Trump can never manage to let an event speak for itself. In the immediate aftermath, he claimed the strikes were, quote, completely and totally efficient, obliterating Iran's major nuclear enrichment facilities. If that's true, that's great news, but the problem is he and international nuclear observers cannot confirm that. In fact, no one can locate where nearly 1,000 pounds of enriched uranium is, let alone if it was moved out of the attack sites beforehand. Additionally, Trump, who as a candidate condemned American presidents for involving our nation in Middle East affairs, not only contradicted his America First pledge, but just yesterday went a major step further, hinting at regime change in Iran. I hope, like with so many things in Trump land, that this is just empty bluster. And that brings me to my concerns. Trump, I worry, may become seduced by what he sees as a risk-free decision to send B-2 bombers and cause shock and awe from the skies, only to be met by capitulation from Tehran in the aftermath. He never consulted Congress beforehand, and as usual, probably interprets this as yet proof positive that he can do whatever he wants when it comes to our military. That, my friends, is dangerous. But beyond mission creep and the idea that he can export other military strikes without consultation, is that this is still the gang who cannot shoot straight. Beyond the amateur hour episode that was Signalgate, this is the same administration whose Director of National Intelligence testified under oath to Congress just 3 months ago that Iran was years from nuclear capability and didn't pose an immediate threat. When Trump was reminded of a senior intelligence official's testimony, he said his appointee didn't know what she was talking about. Remember, Trump's still the same guy who doesn't even read the daily briefing and has surrounded himself with such a collection of lightweights highlighted by the glorified cheerleader Pete Hegseth. The same guy who wants to turn the Gaza Strip into a commercial real estate Riviera. He wants to claim eminent domain with Greenland and make Canada our 51st state among abandoning allies and praising dictators. What I'm saying here is that I believe our military strike on Iran, regardless of Trump's motivations, is so far so good. But for that to stay that way, he'll need to curb any expansionist ambitions, pray Iran doesn't exact retribution on our troops in the Middle East or in sanctioned terror attacks on American soil. In short, we need to quit while we're ahead.